So we'll probably start things here instead of with the very first session, which I guess is fine. Ooh, I have to switch this first. Yeah, I neglected to do that. Alright. Always something that my final checks miss. But that's okay. Now, should be good to go. So this cooperates. There we go. And then we are at 10:30 on the dot. I should definitely pick you up. Got my everything now. Alright. Let us head in, because the last thing we were doing, we were, getting, what's their faces, those two kids. They'd gone to Osmelis when they shouldn't have. And now we have to make sure that they do not die. There's something along those lines. Alright. There's a... And we've gotten everything here. We haven't missed anything. We have to go through... There we go. Joshua didn't stop us. So, morning everybody. Well, it is very likely not to be morning where you're at, unless you are also in Arizona, but that's okay. Press the leading... press... something. I guess we just have to psychically activate it. And the leading character will perform an attack. Okay, cool. So, something they imported from, or backported, I guess? If you attack a monster's back, the monster will be stunned and immobilized. If you make contact with the monster while it is stunned, you will start the battle with an advantage. Okay, so we can actually interact with it like this way. Previously, you just had to like loop around and run into the back. But I wonder... Okay, and they did change it up too, so now there's just not one kind of advantage. Alright. Oh! And, how do we... Oh, wow. I did it when I wasn't trying, and now... There we go. So his is pretty quick. Hers takes a little bit to wind up, but it's gotta... See that? We were screwed because I'm not familiar with the friggin' camera controls. Alright. With what happened at the end? I think I'm pretty good to go. For Cold Steel 4 anyways. But even if I wasn't, one of these days, maybe in the far-flung future, I'll finally be able to take a look at the wiki, but that day is getting further and further away, it seems. So we have a critical. Let's well, this one is gonna heal 50%, so we don't want to attack that one. Oh, crap. Alright. First thing we gotta do, get this one out of here. Easy. Then we gotta teach this one a lesson for attacking Estelle. Just as easy. And of course, that HP heal, we'd be way better off if Joshua had gotten it, but alas. Well, it all makes sense, right? Zamiria is all there is, as far as we know. Like, oh, man. Hold on, let me, I know I screwed around with it last time, too. Okay, this is right. I don't know what the heck I was on. Well, whatever. But no, it, I think for the most part I get what the heck they were going on about it with. as far as Ouroboros and everything. What we don't understand is why this thing has not turned around yet. All right, let's get it. There we go. Now Estelle's Hurricane should be able to reach both of them. Inferior to both? Okay. Yeah, no, I saw that. I don't think it really came across as effectively as they meant it to, but I feel like there was a... I feel like you could have just left it as is, but... But Rufus is a pretty accomplished dude. Like, he shouldn't really be feeling inferior to anybody, honestly. Right. They could... Okay. It's so weird that they brought the attack thing, but not the Craft Zero. Now that is new. In fact, that's not even in the Cold Steel games. Zero Craft? Is it? I'm fairly certain it's not. Oh well, we're just gonna take advantage of it while we can. No, it absolutely is not. I would remember being able to drop zero cost S-Crafts. Then we should have some items for the taking here. There we go. Here's one. Reviving Balm. Nope. What else? Hold on. We gotta bust out the handy dandy. I've got my own Bracer notebook. I'm not the one who wrote anything in it, but it's already fully filled out. We didn't have access to it the first time around. But this particular Bracer notebook is gonna carry us through this entire 100% run. I promise you that. I just have to find out which items we're actually trying to get. We got the Reviving Balm already. And... okay. Light Bracelet. That's your ball. Alright. We need that thing that sets up because he's a fake. Well, yeah, I get where you're coming from. Like, I'm saying if I were Rufus, like, I don't think there's very much in the world that would make me feel like the way he felt. But I guess no matter how strong and powerful you get, you still have your own insecurities, or you still have your own, I don't know, shortcomings? Yeah. But I felt like that was a very interesting point to introduce that at, quite literally at the end. Up until that point, he was basically unflappable. Crap. All right. So that wasn't supposed to happen. I'd forgotten about how how much of a liability it was. Oh, hold on. I really do think I'm going to like this zero craft stuff. Joshua. Okay. Let's do morale. Did? Okay, well, morale only lasts 3 turns now, but I guess as a trade-off, it now also heals CP. Because the buffs in this game, dude, the buffs in the first 3 games, they just lasted forever compared to, like, the ones in the Cold Steel series. And I feel like this buff is a lot more robust. Like, I agree we need to know people's motives in the end, but like the very last time you're ever going to interact with them is quite interesting to do it. But still, he meant, oh man, he got the job done, so you can't fault him for anything else. Dang. So we got EP heal and we got double strike too, which that definitely was not in the first game. Joshua needs some. Oh, he needs a hit. Jeez, he needs a hit one like freaking yesterday. All right, so let's buff everybody. And she refunds a percentage of it with that 10. So that's excellent. Now, if we can kill you, Estelle gets that double, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and spend it on Hurricane. Now, hopefully we don't push them too far apart. We might still be able to get them both. No. Well, since we can only pick one of them to make yesterday's news, it's this one will strike. You think Rufus is the best written? So who's he got? Who's he got his competition? He's got Lecter, I Can See Into the Future, but not really, because they're all just hunches. Arendelle, Claire, who probably should have defected, actually. Cedric is not in the running. We're not going to talk about him. Milliam? Not particularly, I guess. Okay, well, I guess you make an excellent point, and it doesn't really need much more to back it up. Rufus is the best written Ironblood. He doesn't really have all that much competition. Oh, yeah. So, I'm sure anybody, oh man, I hope, okay, well, this comes on the heel of like having beaten the entire series, so it's like open season for talking about stuff. I'm probably gonna have to lead off every episode with this, but this is the very first one. Oh man, I probably should have done that, but yeah, it's open season. If you haven't beaten CS4, then I'm sorry. Very much so. Why would she defect? I don't know. I feel like if I were in her situation, I would have been out of there sooner rather than later. You know, she like, what was it? Well, they all feel like Osborne's their dad or whatever. Oh, crap. Okay. She might get attacked again. Heals 200. No, okay, I'm mixing that up with the second game. In SC, that's when they heal that's when they heal 1000. Wow, we have exactly 200 HP right now. All right. I would very much like it if we could turn around and take a nice little swipe at him. Her goal and backstory. It's been a while since CS3 when she was okay. So I'm mashing X. I'm mashing X to try to get that preemptive hit, forgetting that it's O to do everything else in this game. So that's why these things keep getting the drop on us. And we definitely need that morale. Let's nope. There's no point using it if we can't get Joshua in it too. And we need to have her be using Tear rather than using up our bombs. Oh crap, we might not get that opportunity. Yeah, there she freaking goes. Okay. Let's run. Nice. Okay. So quite obviously that was not supposed to happen. Nope. Leave us alone. Nope. Ooh. We are not trying to get caught out again. We do, however, want this item, though. White bracelet, which I think wards off poison. And Estelle is still down. Prevents blind. Okay. Joshua's accuracy is already in the friggin' pits, so we're not worried about what the heck he's doing. No! Okay. Whew. You just gotta hug these friggin' walls. Hope and pray. There should be an orbic charging station over here, right? Well, early sky combat. This is quite an interesting change up. Okay, so here's. I am 100% in the wrong place. All right. So we got. Okay, so this is wrong. The beetles have special AI to like search and destroy? The cost of continued inaction, huh? Alright, well. I don't know. Like, I get being on board with that initially. Like, this guy's like, hey, so I've got the grand plan, right? But then he starts talking about destroying the world. Maybe they were in on it and knew that that might not actually be specifically what how things were going to pan out. But you talk about destroying the earth, and I'm like, I don't think I'm on board with that. But they made their choices, and they stuck with them in the end. Their boss battles weren't all that crazy, so, hey. Alright, so let's run. Okay. We might game over here. Oh, yes. Okay. God dang. Okay. Now this is rough. Hold on, let me drop a save. We don't really have the items for me to just be, well, can Estelle still use her stuff while she's down? I mean, of course. Okay, it makes sense. For whatever reason, Joshua's dragging around her limp corpse. He can't just grab her Arcus or Orbment out of her hand. Relent, welcome mine. Okay, Ismela's Tower. So we went in the complete wrong direction. We were supposed to take a left here. No. Tear Balm. Alright. Alright, well, it's coming at us and we don't really have any other option. We are going to have to do the thing. A very bad thing. Ornament. And we've got battle scopes. Do we not need, because I remember in this game it was like you needed all you needed was that information quartz, and then you were going to be able to see everything that you could see about people, but there's battle scopes now. Well, yeah, in the end, like, I'm just wondering if they knew, then it's different. If they didn't know that, if they knew he wasn't serious about what was going on, that's different. Like, if they knew that he wasn't ever gonna, like, do anything crazy or destroy the world, then hey, but I guess in order to purge Erebonia, then millions of people had to die or whatever, but let's take a look and see what these battle scopes. These absolutely were not in the first. Yeah, that's new. Flying feline, a winged cat-like monster. Beware of its attack after it stores up energy. Alright, so we just don't get it automatically anymore. That's fine. We should have moraled. Oh, we can't morale. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we need defenses or something. Alright. So Joshua absolutely does not need that, but he's gonna be the one who gets it. Right, his ability to see hunches to their end or whatever. So Lecter was always in on the plan, I guess. Alright, we can use arts for free. In that case, let's get him. I guess that's just hard for me to relate to. It'd be hard for me to have that much faith in anybody when it came to that specific. Like, if you tell me that you're going to be somewhere, then I have faith that you're going to be there. But if you tell me that millions and millions of people have to die in order for the world to be better, then I'm going to be like, is that really the case? I'd have pulled the Duvali in a heartbeat, though, that's for sure. So, I wonder if Asmelis was just them getting creative, but I like it. They are absolutely inside. Alright. Now, where is that Orbmic charging station? The one that I was not able to hold out for. Okay, wait, did we get everything? I think so. If you should ask that to a Liberlian. Walk up to them and go, hey, who better than Osborne to have faith in? But no, if you're a high-ranking person in Erebonia, then yeah. If Osborne comes knocking, then you want to listen. Like, yeah, if we can hear them, like, talking all quiet, they can definitely hear us still. Okay. And then we're... what we need is something that displays all the items, and we need that post-haste. It's kind of nostalgic. This is about where my original playthrough for the channel anyways ended. Run full speed, run in simultaneously with Joshua, obviously. But yeah, this is about where I stopped on the PSP version and switched over to the Steam version. Oh yeah, Osborne, dude, he'll make you believe anything. He's got that power. Osborne, he did. Osborne is the ultimate savior of Liberl. We gotta make sure those Liberlians never forget it either. Alright. So we gotta guard all NPCs. Now this... I will say, this not being a thing in, okay. Get that free soul blur off. Alright, let's morale. And we'll actually have Joshua break in. And let's have him annihilate this one. Yeah, I feel like Cold Steel is the best starting point, to be completely honest with you. eating up our bonuses, Luke and Pat. But I, like, in my very, very first playthrough of this game, way back when, I was doing it on a physical PSP. I did get this far. I made it to where you were coming back from the Persil farm, and I was just like, I really don't get what's going on, and this is not gelling with me, so at that point, I dropped it. Wow, okay. I guess I should be glad that there's no counterattacking in this. There's one, and now Estelle should be good to go. No, not until we get Comet at least. Dang, we just walked in range for that thing to take a swing at us. Wait, you're saying that Queen Alicia recognized Osborne's superiority, his inherent goodness from the get-go? I feel like they have. I feel like everything is just ducking and weaving and dodging and swerving, and we can't touch them. They're like, hey, you need a hit quartz. Like, you wanted to ignore it the first time around, but we'll punish you if you try that again. Oh, yeah. Man, I know I watch too much anime when I can spot the differences between those two phrasings. But I can see how they would get, like, I can see that how they would get, like, that second one out of that first one. Or that first one out of that second one. Oh, okay, you played them because of COVID? I feel like a lot of people picked them up because of that. Being cooped up for so long. All right, there we go. That's what we want to hear for our future heroes of the world. Well, yeah, see, I really like the Japanese, like, they really spiced it up, which I like. Estelle's got more personality thanks to Exceed, and she already had a lot of personality to begin with. Here he comes. Oh, whoops. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna get used to Cassius's voice. It's like they got somebody who was 65 to voice this man. The byway of departure plays here? That's interesting. Trails does that, but yeah, I'm glad you were able to watch through them all over again, dude. Thanks for that. Back when one-shotting a crab was impressive? Yeah, right? Now you have to show up and be able to ward off several members of Ouroboros all at once in order to be considered good. Yeah, let's get the heck out of here. Though we're gonna have to take another trip out. And not before too long. I think the first time around, I definitely did let one of those kids die. In fact, it might have taken a second. Alright. Easy enough. Oop. God dang it. Alright, I effed that up. Ooh. I just dropped my bracer notebook. Don't have to worry about that though. Yeah. I was thinking of whether I should do them linearly or whether I should switch between the games. But the Cold Steel 1 Steam version has like those additional 5,000 voice lines, doesn't it? Once it comes time to replay that, I definitely will be doing that version. Unless the PS4 version also has those additional ones, and in that case, then I'll do the PS4 version. But yeah. It's time to, like, the intent is to 100% all of them. Is that a yup for all of them have the 5,000 or 5,000 voice lines? Or both of them have the 5,000 voice lines, or just the PC one? I'm kind of hoping the PS4 one does too, because I own... Oh, man. How many versions? I own Cold Steel... I've got the special edition for the PS3, I've got the Steam one, and then I've got the PS4 one. The only version that I don't own is the one that came out for the Vita, and I can acquire that anytime I'd like, so... Oh, golden. Well... I actually don't... Okay, I know a lot of people like the turbo mode. I never play with turbo mode on. What I would like if there was auto advance, that's the feature I needed, but they didn't implement it. The Geofront's awesome. Yeah, no, the Vita version I'm definitely not ever gonna play. Like, the PS3 version is superior in every way, so there's no reason to. And I do believe we probably just have to head back home. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't paying attention to a thing Aina was saying. And I... that's self-doubt. Inherited Cassius's skill with his staff. That's pretty cool. I still think she and Annalise have a lot more in common than we think, as far as fighting styles go. I never, personally, like, I do like handhelds, but only the Nintendo ones. The PSP was pretty good, and the Vita I didn't have any use for. Like, I got my PSTV back before they cost an arm and a leg, and it turned out to have been a very good investment. Speaking of phone games, there was someone mentioned that one of the blonde dude who runs Remiferia, whose name escapes me, he mentions somebody who's from just the phone game. Like, I'm not ever gonna play it because those things are grind fests meant to get directly into your wallet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they made an appearance in Reverie or Kuro. But yeah, phone games are not it. And we're gonna have to, because we didn't get all the fish. That's one thing. What game? Trails from Azure is the only game that I got all the fish in. So we will be doing that again, but Joshua assuaged Estelle's fears that she's not good enough, because she most definitely is. Has the Byway of Departure always played at the Bright family home? Alright, well. In we head. love, like, this is probably, like, I like putting these themes on when I'm doing stuff, and this is the one that I think I would listen to the most. I don't think I'll ever get used to Cassius's voice. I've brought it up basically every time he's spoken so far, but it's just, he's so old. We would have handled it. Estelle might have taken a few hits, but we still would have come out on top. Yeah, those 4 members of the Erebonian Fisher Guild, or whatever the heck they were called. Yeah, the phone game was like semi-canon, so anything in the main series that contradicts it will take over, I guess. But I don't know, until Geofront takes a look at it. And I don't know, I guess I probably should have opened up with this, but I might talk about it more at the beginning of next episode maybe. But the whole situation with the Geofront helping out Nisa, I've got like a more cynical opinion on that, but it kind of ties into the phone game too. But we'll talk about that maybe at the beginning of next time. We definitely will. Like, I don't know, now that, if you know about, like, if you're a fan of the Persona series, then you absolutely know the Trail series by now, and the Persona series is doing nothing but getting bigger and bigger, so we might see a full 3D remake of this in the style of the newest games. Akatsuki. Yeah, when Persona 4 Golden came out, everybody and their grandmother was like, "All right, it's time to get on that Vedic train rather." A letter from the Erebonian Empire. Maybe Osborne sent it to him. The Vita is great for playing all of the older Persona games, but they're well, I guess just owning them, but somebody made like an HD textures thing for the first Persona game, so I played a lot of that. Got demolished on the Snow Queen quest, but we'll worry about that when I stream it. Like Trail's mobile game that never came over. Hopefully there's no story that's gated behind that, because I would not play it. Just like Fire Emblem Heroes. Like, apparently that game has its own really sprawling story that's separate from everything else, like all Fire Emblem stories tend to be, but I couldn't be bothered with gacha stuff. I'm too elderly. I'm too ancient to invest in gacha. Yeah, she's like, he's being way too nice. Was I? Oh, Akatsuki? I don't know if Akatsuki's the one that the blonde dude from Remiferia's niece or whoever appeared in, then yeah, but I'm not sure of much more than that. Much more than what somebody was like, did you know in a comment, they were like, hey, did you know that he's talking about a semi-canon character? And I was like, I did not know that, because I do not speak Japanese. I'm not gonna like the Trails wiki is too dangerous, dude. Like I don't want to go there and then somebody has like, because it shows you the most recently edited pages down the side, and Kuro is supposed to come out in like, what is it, 2 months in Japan. So I'm trying to stay far away. And I think that's what my undoing is. Like, I value my own spoilerless experience over like being able to be the first to break news or the first to be able to talk about stuff. So a lot of the times, the only time I'm experiencing something is after it's already old news to everybody else. But I don't know. I wouldn't enjoy it nearly as much if I already knew what was going on going in. That's why I feel like I probably, when I was playing Neo: The World Ends With You, the demo for it, I probably should have cut things as soon as that sizzle reel at the end started, because it was hype, but I learned a lot of stuff I really would rather not have known before going in. Oh yeah, it luckily when the announcement was coming out that the Geofront's translations were going to be the basis for the Nisa ones, and a lot of people were crying those bitter tears for some reason on our Falcom. It's like there were a lot of blacked out spoiler text boxes, and it's like, do people really cannot help themselves. Wait, what? Hold on, can we access the log from this? We can hold down L1 to. Let's say sure. Okay, right. He was asking us to take up his bracer duties while he was gone. Okay, yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah. Like, it's more fun for me that way. It's more fun for people who've already experienced the game that way. That's just how it's gotta be. And he's, what, you said he was like 41 at this point? Dang. Oh no. He's the most active member in the entire guild. Dang. He's putting jokers to shame. Yeah, I was like, man, I was scrambling. Not scrambling, rather, but I was still working on stuff late last night, and I was like, wait, I have to be up at 10:30 in the morning on Sundays now. And the entire 27 years of my existence of being in school and then having a job has trained me specifically for keeping a schedule. You guys didn't really have to worry about that because it all happened like before it, but I got up like 20 minutes before it was time. This is what I was telling myself I was gonna take notes about what the heck the age of majority could be in this friggin' game, but I remember most of the pertinent bits. There is indeed, and you're at the epicenter of it, Joshua, at least for this game and the next. Oh, True Desires, that friggin' sucks, dude. Yeah. People are animals with the spoilers. Oh, yeah. That's one of those, yeah, but that's fine. 45. It's one of those things though, because the like ultimately the wiki is like fan run. But Trails definitely has, like, I think Trails and the Persona series, they've got some of the most dedicated fans out there. Though the Trails fans are definitely, I think, a lot nicer than, well, not a lot nicer than, but it's like going to the SMT subreddit is a headache sometimes. But going to the Trails subreddit, everybody there is just having a whole bunch of fun. But yeah, they're run by fans, and they have some really dedicated fans. He won't. Having a pretty heavy conversation. I wondered if this, like, if we lived in the reality where we got FC, well, okay, if we got the EVO version of FC long before we got anything else, well, dang, we probably would just be getting Cold Steel 2 around this time then. But I wonder how different things would have been if they had voice lines to consider, because a lot of these are very different. Well, Fia's Erebonian, A Father's Love, A New Beginning. So, like, the age of majority might differ slightly. Well, you can probably pursue higher education, which is what Thor's might count as. But because definitely the cutoff age for graduating from Sunday school is 16. After that, you don't have to continue to be in any type of compulsory education. I mean, Fee, of course, was compelled to be in Thor's, but actually, now come to think of it, I'm not certain if Sunday school has the same specific cutoff, but there's no reason it'd be that different in Erebonia. Yeah, starting off beating up on flowers, rabbits, little wildlife before things got all crazy. It was very it was cozier. I was okay finding out what the deal is with why Ouroboros is structured that way. I was like, okay. Like, it's supposed to be smart, like, what was it phrased as? Some type of part of the grand experiment? I was expecting something a little more robust. Like, that reason, that, I would have picked a different reason. Or a different reason would have been better in my eyes, but who knows? Oh. Well, it's, this is post CS4, dude, so you might want to get out of here if you haven't beaten that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to open up every video of this series with, hey, make sure you get out of here if you haven't beaten CS4 at least. There he goes, aboard the Lind. They should paint it pink. Just saying. Yeah, I mean, that we are openly talking about that graffiti, so I'm letting you know, dude. It's this is post CS4, so get out of here if you don't want to talk about that stuff.
しなさんな。どうせすぐに戻ってくるわよ。何の調査かは知らないけど、先生だったらあっという間だわ。
What is he? He's going over there to help. No, the log just already happened.
父さんが留守にするなんていつものことだもん。
はいはい、そういうことにしといてあげる。それじゃあ、私は先生から引き継いだ仕事を片付けるけど、困ったことがあったら遠慮なく頼ってきなさいよ。
That's true.
でも最初のうちは
But Ragnar was the holy beast that was assigned to the Orioles, so he couldn't do much more than observe.
名前言っちゃって。ま、ヨシュアがついていれば、それほど心配することもないか。
Dang, no respect for Estelle.
二人とも頑張りなさいよ。
頑張ります。さてと、どうする？早速ギルドに行こうか。
うん、どんな仕事をするのかアイナさんに聞いて確かめなきゃ。それじゃレッツゴー。
All right. And so now we should be doing the Perzel Farm thing. But first we have to have Aina assign that to us. And actually, let's take a look and see if we can... Because we need to soup up our orbment as soon as possible. Because this is not it. Okay, I'm like, wait, why are they not giving us anything? Alright, so... We can't do anything slot-wise for Estelle. God dang. Okay. Let's see what we can make. Let's make a hit quartz for Joshua. Because I am very tired of missing already. Hit. And then we can't really afford to drop HP 1. Because if we do, then we won't be able to heal anymore. Quite the issue. Yeah. Okay, so I was on my Twitter and I was talking about how I needed to make a new banner, and I had a whole bunch of people telling me like offering to make it for me, but I'd never interact with them. But somebody did mention to open up my tweets, and that's what I thought. I was like, wait, can people not tweet or can people not DM me? So I was like, let me open those up real quick. And I did have to set it so that everyone could DM me, but yeah, you should be good.
出発したの？うん、さっきね。それで早速、父さんがやるはずだった仕事を紹介してもらおうと思って。
I thought cause I was pretty on top of killing all the cryptids. So I don't know what happens if you don't have it. I assumed they would just let you play through the game, and then after you beat Osborne, it would be like, hey, you can and then maybe they would drop the hint there, but wait, what? Hold on. Oh no, Tio, right. Tio's also the name of the girl at Perzel Farm. Okay, I was like, hold on. Did they pull a Yuna in Zero Kai?
僕たちと同級だったティオ・パーゼルのことです。パーゼル農園の娘なんですよ。
ああ、そうだったの。ええ、そのパーゼル農園で魔獣退治をしてもらいたいのよ。
And exterminate monsters we shall. Right, Tio Perzel and Lloyd from the Fisherman's Guild, running around helping people with any of their fish or livestock needs. And Kurt Narden, okay, well, it's so weird because somebody is in charge of naming 1,000 NPCs. So I guess it's surprising there hasn't been more crossover, but I feel like you should specifically be avoiding having any of your main characters share a name with someone who's previously appeared. That, if nothing else, they should get priority and be unique in that regard. But for a second, I was really confused. I was like, hold on. All right. So to the Persil farm we head, and I guess because normally what I do a lot of my grinding between episodes, but because we need more quartz, and I guess if I really wanted to, I could super no life it. Okay, wait. Is Garoon Gate the way through? No, I think. Don't we have a map of the whole place, don't we? All right, Liberal Kingdom map. Registering location names. Names shown on the world map from the beginning are limited. Visiting an area once or seeing the name will automatically add it to the map. That's cool. Newly added names can be confirmed by pressing the O button to zoom in on the map. Okay, yeah, we have to leave through the thing. But I'm trying not to get caught out, because one of these points we're going to have to go to Esmelis. Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and swing back around, because yes, we are in the entirely wrong area. Oh, and you know what we should do? Also check to see if there's any new equipment that we can buy. Because we have to make sure that we're not taking as many hits. They do because I really didn't do too much talking to the peoples. Well, I really don't do too much talking to the NPCs in any case. And I know that's like a huge draw for everybody, but I do wish I had interacted with that more. I feel like it would stick in my head. Like Lloyd and Lloyd chatting each other. I don't ever encounter anyone in real life who shares my name, but I know people who are named like Michael and Tom and stuff like that. It's probably not as interesting for them as it is for the people who are around them. Okay, so Joshua's strength would go up a little bit. And we're already... Oh, no. 800. Yeah, okay, let's do that. We have 300 Nira. And there's no Sepith masses in this game. So we are going to be very dependent on what we can get. Oh, we're not even wearing shoes. All right. So we've upgraded so we can take more hits, but we're still broke. But yeah, normally what I do... Milkshmain Road, that's where we want to go. But I normally try to 100% games. Oh, nope. Even though, actually, we probably should be fighting you, to be completely honest. But we... Information. There we go. Be able to perceive enemy status. And it puts, well, as soon as we can open up a line for Estelle. Let's actually get in there. We'll do a little bit of bullying of the wildlife here. All right, thanks, Crimson. Take a look at it. There we go. Oh, I don't see. I think that's one of the things that playing blind, like, that's one of the, I won't say disadvantages, but that's one of the things about playing blind, there are a lot of really weird things about the games that other players will be happy to tell you, but that you would never experience or realize what's going on without paying really freaking close attention to like something that otherwise would seem inconsequential. Because I had no idea you could stock up on Sepith by doing that in the original game. Is it? Are we hitting it from the front? There we go. And another thing I did not miss, not being able to tell what the face of something was. Alright, so let's annihilate you this way. Friggin' die. And... Alright. So we're gonna have to walk up if we want to be able to get any damage in. A move would be nice. Can she get the kill? She can. They removed the Earth Amulet chest? Was something else supposed to be in there other than the information? Get some. And we're probably like, because the Earth Amulet sounds a lot better than the, it sounds a lot better than the friggin' information quartz. But that might be a thing with the EVO. Like, they might have gone in and done some rebalancing, quote unquote. But if there is one thing this game did not need, it was rebalancing. Ooh. These beetles want friggin' blood, but we don't have any to spare. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Works more or less in the whole series. Okay, well, we'll see. If we can queue it up like that, though I really wouldn't have much to compare it to. I probably wouldn't notice anything different, but I'll still be doing it, though. Hey, something to keep an eye out for. So this thing can notice us from forever away. We need that quartz that makes us less perceptible to the enemies. Because these things can catch us out from so far away. God dang. Hold on. Okay, so that's the Purzel Farm, but let's go to the checkpoint. See if there's anything we can grab over here. Nope. In fact, since you want to keep coming at us... there we go. Wow! It only stood still for like a second. Okay. Haze quartz, that's exactly it. Oh, we need an attack quartz. An attack one, but we won't be able to ever get an attack one unless we annihilate these friggin' things. Uh-oh. The one that's poisoned. Going straight for Joshua. Alright, let's roll the dice. No. We rolled the dice and we lost. Alright, so let's try to engage this thing in single combat then. Probably should have attempted this to start with. Oh, gonna get that free hit in, but then it should die. It did not die. Alright, art. We can tier ourselves, thankfully. It's a little touch and go, but so far. Okay, golden. And let's have her morale herself. And since we can zero art, let's get him with the aqua bleed. Nice. Whew. Okay. If we miss here, we're screwed. Nice. So that was not supposed to happen. And I do not want to use another reviving balm. Oh, do not look at us, Beetle. Do not perceive us. God dang, dude. How can they spot us from so far away? Uh-oh. Hold on. Do we have something that's... We need to try... Crap, I'm hitting the O button. No, not yet. I'm trying to get into the food menu. Which friggin' button is it? Okay, recipe book. And we don't have... It's pointless without our S-Craft. Or, that one thing. Alright, well, we just have to let it go. That sucks. And it's all because of these stupid beetles and their bloodlust. Alright, so there's nothing over here for us. There was a shining palm, but that's over with now. Yeah. I wonder... Nah. We won't risk it. Now, if I were recording, what I would do is run back to the place and then heal. Oh, cool. And then we keep it moving steadily along, but live streaming has its own challenges, and pursuant to that, we will just keep it moving. Do the Purzles have an Ormic charging station? Probably not. Right, they had those big rat-looking things that were eating their stuff in the dead of night, if I remember. Can you guys heal us, please? Gotcha. Maybe there's a bed we can sleep on. No. But Stella and Tio should talk in that room. Wait. Which one is Tio? Tio's definitely not one of the little kids. So she's probably the one back there that we saw earlier. Oh, yeah. I do definitely tend to stream pretty late, but this 10:30 thing, originally I was gonna make it 8:30, and then I was like, no, that sounds like a nightmare, and it would indeed have been quite a disaster. So it's gonna be a 10:30. Well, at least for the planned streams, I might have more impromptu streams like I've been having that are later on in the day. In fact, I'm probably going to stream later on after this. But I'm going to have to eat something first. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Yeah, and those monsters, that means you guys have to be healing up pretty well, right? When they're attacking stuff, attacking you guys. Where is the Ormic charging station, Tio? Oh, if we could get a nice freebie, something that would restore Joshua to life. Wait, did they fade in? They do. Okay, they do kind of blur in once we walk near them. No chests in here, but they are growing these acerbic tomatoes. Or these may be regular old tomatoes, because acerbic tomatoes haven't been invented yet, right? That dude in Zeiss is still working on them. We ran around and we caught a chicken. We got it to cluck for us. How late? I've been streaming for about an hour at this point. In the grand scheme of things, we're like, I'm gonna do what I normally do for recording and pick natural cutoff points, but we still have a bit. Like, at the very least, we're gonna get to genociding these rat things that they are dealing with. Hannah, you have such little faith in us. We're the children of Cassius Bright. They are. They're babies, dude. Little baby bracers out taking on the world. So innocent. So pure. But with massive friggin' claws, right? Yeah, we're not worried about what they look like. We're worried about what they can do. A cow? Sure, we can hit up a Bessie and see what's going on. Yeah. I think we're going to take a nap because we have to catch them out in the dead of night. And that should bring Joshua back to the waking world for us. Yes, thank you, Franz. You guys may not have an orbic charging station, but you do have some pretty comfy looking beds. People are like, okay, I think, because you know there's that old, there's that criticism that you hear a lot of Trails games, that they go kind of slow in the beginning. And I think I may have fallen prey to that years and years ago. Oh my gosh, what would have been? It would be like 8 years ago at this point, when the PSP version dropped in the US. Because like this is this would have been about where I was we were done with Perzel Farm when I was done with the PSP game, and that may have been how I was feeling potentially. I might have been like, ooh, you know what? I was expecting for there to be something more bombastic, and I felt like the battle system itself, because this was at the time I was a Persona fiend, and I still am a Persona fiend, and I didn't know that it was like a port of like a Japanese PC game or whatever, which is why the menu interface, I feel like the menu interface for the first 3 games is some of the weirdest stuff for a video game. It definitely feels more suitable to pointing and clicking, but yeah, I was like, this feels weird. The battle system doesn't have as much flash to it, I don't think. Let me explore other options. And explore other options I did. Oh, Tio gushing over, but at this point Estelle doesn't even realize she likes Joshua. Franz? Yeah. The vaguely German-sounding names should be reserved for Erebonia, so I don't know what they're doing. Right? Like, Relent is still there. Relent never gets... The worst thing that ever happens to Relent in any of these games is that it fogs over. Never gets firebombed, never gets destroyed. Whereas Crossbell... Oh my gosh, Crossbell, something is always on fire in friggin' Crossbell. But LaBurle is much lower key, yeah. Right? Police officer Franz. It's just everybody, like all the Franzes should get together and hang out. Okay, well that's not really possible anymore, but still. Jumping right into that battle. And Tio was like, I ship Estelle There it is.
こりゃヨシュアも苦労してるわね。
どうやら魔獣は
That's true.
この時間に現れるみたいだ。
Bose definitely does see its share of trouble. You know who, I feel like, what's her face? Lila? That maid assistant to the mayor of Bose.
やぶから棒に
She probably, like, if there had been a fourth game, it probably would have turned out that she could throw down pretty well, too.
いっぱい喧嘩も
Sharon style.
それだっていい思い出だし。私ヨシアのこと本当の意味で家族
I mean,
だと思って
he's her brother right, he's her brother right now, and he's still her brother, but
だから
they're like not blood related, so it's okay.
その
Oh, you're German? Oh, allow me to apologize, because I know I'm all over this series saying everything all wrong, dude.
話はそれだけとっとと見回りを始めましょう。
Oh yeah, dude. Arabonia, they were the heroes all along. That Liberlian slander campaign, dude. It was really let me let me slow down.
さすがに暗いわね。
Those
ヨ
Liberlians.
シはどういう風に見回ればいいと思う？
Oh right.
そうだね。
The Mercia orphanage, dude.
畑
They got God.
温室を一通り回ってみるといいかもね。
But I feel like if you're an orphan, you really just have your work cut out for you, dude.
それじゃあレッツゴー。
You know that your entire livelihood is about to be upended so that you can wrench some hearts. So that you can bring some tears to some eyes. There you go, Bessie. Make sure you have a nice slumber. Safe and protected from all the evils this world has to offer.
魔獣いないみたいね。
Yeah, they're eating the tomatoes.
そうだね。他を回ってみよう。
Yeah. Estelle and Joshua, because Estelle and Joshua, first of all, they met each other when they were like 11 years old. And they don't look extremely similar either. With with a certain little sister collector, it definitely is kind of weird. Hold on, let's save. Not that I don't have any faith in my ability to annihilate some bozos, but all right. And like you see them when they first meet.
さすがに中には入り
Reen and Elise, you don't see that with, and they met when they were like 3 or 4 years old or something.
いい感じよね。ちょっと得した気分かも。
That's true.
運気だな。
So what you're saying, Crimson, is they should have given us a guiding game that stars a bunch of party members from Saint Estrella. In fact, if you said it during like CS1 or CS2, you could have Muse in the party too. Throw her in the mix. And also Wayne's younger sister, she could be a party member. Actually, when the heck does Saint Estrella start accepting students? Nah, let's just put Wayne's sister in there just because. And if she's too young, they can pull a fee and just have her get in earlier than she really should be.
上等じゃない。絶対に捕まえてやるんだから。
She did, yeah. She did come because it was dozens of episodes in before you ever meet her, but yeah. But even if Elise had shown up and had like a prominent role and gotten kind of pushed at the beginning, if they'd Elise, once Laura was on the scene, dude, it was a wrap. Like that, everybody else would have just fallen to the wayside. Where the heck did this thing go? There you are.
残念。気づかれたね。
We're gonna have to be a little stealthier. Fee, okay, so one of the things that I was really wanting to try, because I had a lot of people telling me that Fee makes a better evasion tank than Gaius. I'm not sure how that's possible, but people are saying she's really good at it. So when I do replay Cold Steel, I'm gonna try using characters that I did not previously. Just to see what they're like. Just to see what the mix is. Okay, where is this thing? Did it somehow get over here? It did not. Alright. I feel like a dummy because we watched it run. And Persil Farm. Okay, here we go. 30% base evasion. As in, if her orbment is completely empty, she still has 30% evade? Now that's some Falcom favoritism right friggin' there. It feels like Falcom gave up on Elisa. I didn't get that impression. On the Merkaba, that scene where you're in the bathroom and Elisa comes in, and I'm like, okay, well, not who I'd have picked, but whatever, game. You do what you feel you need to. Let's get to striking. Alright, so it's prepping arts. Dang, we're not getting any kind of bonuses. We're really just gonna have to take the hit because we need Estelle to get her S-Craft. Airstrike shouldn't be too bad. 51. Okay, yeah, we can definitely deal with that. Alright, so let's go ahead and... We don't have Impede on, but we can do this. I definitely should have waited until we could get that double strike. Dude, so Joshua's oh crap. It's about to heal off a bunch of that damage we just did. Yeah, that's lame. Really now? I want to say how unfair that is. Because I definitely don't remember anything like that for friggin' Joshua, or for friggin' Gaius. Alright, we're getting beat. So... Good. Yes, continue playing dead, please. We're gonna have Estelle heal herself because she has taken hit after hit. Joshua, let's go for the Soul Blur. See, okay, so I thought it was just me. I didn't use Elisa all that much, but even when I had her in my party, I was like, is it just me or is she just not good? And I know my orbment setups were super janky most of the time. But still, Elisa just felt really underwhelming. And the S-Crafts definitely do have that flair. They've got that panache. Now we just need like some true gladiator stuff so we can do them more often. Alright. Let's try actually sticking to one enemy and killing it. Though to be completely honest, okay. Joshua is blinded now. And the Crop Muncher is going to have a heal. Let's Soul Blur this one. Estelle can't be blinded though, which is good. Let's try to push them out. We've got one reviving bomb. They can... Oh, crap. All right, well... And unless Joshua can kill this one... Nope. So we're going to have to run over and heal Estelle with a Tear Bomb. Yeah, dude, 200 HP. It's something else. That is for sure. Earned a trophy. Probably item fiend or something. All right. So we do have a crit coming up. I think what we're going to do is instead, though, morale. So that our attacks can actually do some real damage. Let's strike this one. If only Joshua could get the counterattack. Oh, somebody who actually used the Lisa. All right. User in CS1. Altina replaced her. Yeah, I'm not sure about Altina either. Yeah, Lisa was just kind of all over the place. All right, let's do this. We're gonna try murdering this thing. Unless Joshua gets got first. Kill it. Or it's confused someone. In this house, we love and respect Altina. It's just she might have to study up a little bit more for them battles. All right. So suddenly, the tides of battle have turned in our favor. This thing, it's running away trying to get nice and healed. Wow! That's with the hit quartz! Well, I guess it's a hit one, but still! Joshua! What are you doing, Joshua? The crop munch, dude. And then it gets to immediately act again. Ah, dang, these things have just gobbled and gobbled. All right. I'm sure we can just beat on it till it dies. Yeah, the whole, like, people who have either AT advance or CP restoration, those are the toppest tier of crafts. Dual Strike and Comet. Why is it doing this so friggin' often? But like the crafts in the first game can be expected to be a little. Wait, we can sever for free. Oh yeah, Zero Craft is gonna be one of my favorite ones. Sora no Misaki, right? Dude, it's friggin' crazy. Okay, so we didn't kill him. We just gave him a little bit of a walloping. Do we wait, hold on. Do we have to be merciful? Because both of these kind of say the same thing, but I'm consulting my Bracer notebook real quick. No, okay. Do we really have to exterminate them? Thank you for that, Dark Fowls. We will be doing quite a bit more of this in the coming future. In fact, it's going to become a regular thing. I was really like I've been messing with the software that I use to stream, like on and off over the past 5 years. I've been fiddling with it to try to figure out how the heck to get it to work, but it all fell into place pretty recently, which is nice. Yeah, that's not and like there's only one case that I've ever disliked the English voice acting for something, And even so, I would still play with it rather than the Japanese, but that's not too surprising though. Like, especially with a game like this, they offer dual audio for a reason. But yeah. Oh. Thank you for that, Dark Fells. I'm glad you're enjoying them, dude. Right? I guess because in this case, the only thing they were doing was eating crops, but if it had been me, dude, it would have been like, nope, these things might come back. They might bring more with them. There was that one really obnoxious one that could use arts. I think you guys would be better off, like, turning away for a few moments and covering your ears. Wait, she said Jigoku. That means Gehenna, right? Nah. I'm gonna trust Exceed. I don't know friggin' Japanese. They know what they're doing. Yeah. It depends. Like, I'm wondering, like, well, I guess I'd play them just to see what's different, but I do want to play, like, I really want to play the EVO versions. And I also want to support the official release, so I'm definitely going to get the Kai versions too, but it was really disappointing to find out that the Kai versions weren't going to have English voice acting. One thing that I really hope that they do is, like, in the EVO versions, if they take the English voice lines that we got from CS4 for characters who didn't otherwise have them, like the Crossbell Gang, and, like, give you the option to use those. Because before I got the, so to let you guys know, before I got the EVO versions working, what I was gonna do was play the Steam version of the game, but with the EVO voice acting and with the EVO portraits included. And then I was gonna have the EVO, like, event voices, but I was gonna retain the English battle voices, so I would switch between them. But then I got the EVO game working, so I was like, okay, let's just switch over. Delicious peach ring. Takehito Koyasu. Joshua giving us a little taste of who he really is, yeah. Yeah. They already basically had to pay, or track down and probably pay, and get to sign a contract, everybody who was ever involved with the Geofront patch in any capacity, so. And not every voice actor can be truly ascendant like Sean Chiplock, so. Yeah, no, this is post CS4, so it's open season on anything up to CS, anything that's been released in English. So if you want to talk about CS4 stuff, feel free. If you have not beaten CS4, please leave. I wonder what happened, like, then, like, I just had a thought, like, what if they tried to crowdfund getting English voice acting for the Kai games? I don't want to think about that anymore. Sub for anime and dub for games? I'll go for the dub in every single case. A certain father? Oh. Dio? I'm actually not a fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I do know who Dio is by reputation. Ozymandias, I've never watched any of the Watchmen stuff. Well, no, I watched the series that starred Regina King. And I definitely played Three Houses in English, and I don't know who Roswell is at all, but I know voice actors in Japan, dude, they get the royalty treatment once they get big enough. So I definitely understand that I'm the weirdo here for not really knowing who Takehito Koyasu is. Yeah, and it makes sense. Like, okay, well, I think about it this way. A lot of the people who are interested in the crossbell games, they, like, well, there's maybe what, a couple thousand people? Like, let's say the upper limit for the people who played the Geofront translation, maybe 10 or 20,000 people. But the amount of people who are going to purchase and play the Kai games, it's like gonna be at least 10 times that. But like, the people who would spend money on the crossbell games to play with them officially are the people who are gonna be interested in the crossbell games, but maybe not tech savvy enough or not patient enough to like really go through the trouble of acquiring the games to play. So I can understand why they wouldn't really bother bringing the voices over for something that a whole bunch of the potential audience has already played and experienced in Japanese. By a whole bunch, I mean like 10%, yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. If I could have my way, we would definitely be having Robbie Daymond, and if only to see how they handle Ellie and Rishia, dude, because that was baffling to me. They couldn't have found somebody other than Erica Mendez. Like, they really double dipped with her. You couldn't get the Geofront packs working? Oh, that sucks, dude. I do know from firsthand experience it was extremely finicky. Well, I won't say it was finicky. I'll say I was bad with it. Like, I barely got mine to cooperate. There we go. Because I knew I was freaking missing something. And he's an airship operator or whatever. So we fought a little bit. Let's head to Melders. Because we need to, get our orbits looking right sooner rather than later. Alright, let's go for a slot. Not enough water. Crap. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I might just grind like crazy, but I don't want to like, well, I don't think I'll grind the challenge away. Your PC just didn't like it? Oh. Team Fee? Hold on. No, I'm just kidding. I think because one thing, like the least popular members of Class 7, they've got to be, I think Machias is definitely down there. Kurt is absolutely at the bottom. But I think out of the girls, I think Emma might be the least popular. At least that's the slight impression I got. Ooh, hold on. There's 2 side quests I missed. Hold on. I've missed something. Where is it though? Okay, we gotta talk to Charles at the Orbital Factory. Can we still do that though? Is it too late? No, we haven't gone to the Malga mine yet. Elliot, Machias, Usis, Kurt. Wow, you didn't like Usis? Emma and Elliot are definitely both adorable. And I think that's, Machias definitely, as far as popularity goes, I think Machias' rapport with Usis is what carries him, kind of. I'm not going to say I dislike Machias, but if Machias didn't have that enmity with Usis, he would probably be even more in the background than he already is. Team Kurt, hold on. I think you might be the only one, dude.
簡単な仕事だと聞いてるわ。まあ、詳しい仕事内容は市長さんから伺ってちょうだい。
I feel like the best thing that you can do for Machias is to stick Juggler on him and just have him attack with as wide an area as possible, and then hope and pray for some, and like have him go for the ailments offense. But I think I didn't even come up with that. Somebody suggested it to me. Okay, so who the heck? I gotta all right, so we have to talk to Charles at the back of the Orbital Factory. All right, so let's do that. All right. Uh-oh. Did we miss it? Oh, man. I think I've... Uh-oh. Hold on, am I still live? Wait, did something happen? Oh, okay. I guess it's just because I'm viewing it in like I've got my other laptop next to me and it's paused on the fight for the thing. But okay, if you guys say I'm still live, then we're good to go. But I guess I can pause that now. All right, so we're golden. But Charles, okay, so we've run into our very first hiccup of this whole operation. And that Charles says that, and then we have to head over to Renan, I guess. Now, if Renan doesn't tell us what we need him to tell us, we're going to have to get a little violent with him. Because he'll be withholding BP from us. And we absolutely do not play withheld BP. And this is, there we go. All right, Renan. Tell us what we want to know, and we won't hurt you. No. Did I miss it? How? Crow did nothing wrong? Well, the only thing I sympathize with Crow's motivations and what he was after. And then I really like Osborne definitely, because basically to 99% of the public at large, Osborne really had to be friggin' stopped. Wait. Do we? I thought we had to activate it with what's-his-face. But maybe I did fail to talk to Ina, and that's why we don't have anything. Whoa! Okay, hold on. Yeah. Okay, that's a lot. Hold on. I'm looking for one. All right, well. Okay, so now we've accepted. Holy crap. Okay. Well, you were completely right, Twyking. Thank you very much for that. I was doing it wrong like a dummy. So let's first hear what this buddy boy has to say. But yeah, there we go. Yeah. I like how Osborne is like, well played, Crow. He's like, you got me, except not really. And then my favorite, it leads to my absolute favorite thing about Cold Steel 2, aside from the third path stuff, where everybody is like, Crow, we'll bring you back and we'll all graduate together. And it's not like a Sasuke situation where he got out of there but didn't actually do anything. All he did was like leave the school. He killed the leader of Erebonia, or one of the leaders of Erebonia. Like, he succeeded in a high-profile political assassination, and Reen's like, Crow, come back to us. We'll all graduate together. And I was just like, are you sure about that, Reen? Are you absolutely certain that's what's gonna happen if Crow walks back onto Thor's military academy campus?
そのお店の前はちゃんと
I love that.
当然だろ。
Okay, Sasuke did a lot of crap, but he said sorry in the end. I mean, I'm not sure what else you want from him. He apologized. He was like, yeah, I'm sorry.
まあ
Osborn did nothing wrong. And, okay, so the only thing Osborn is responsible for at the end is the death of hundreds of thousands of people and the upended lives of millions more. But I guess in the end, he prevented untold destruction and possibly the extinction of humanity. So a small price to pay, I guess. And he did die in the end, so... Wait. Do we have to talk to Renon next? In the front of the store, examine the steaming sewer crate. Thank you, Pharaoh's Bracer Notebook.
あれ
どうしたの？
なんだろう、排水溝の奥で何か光ってる。
本当だ。何かが排水溝の底に落ちてるみたいだね。
Oh.
排水溝の底
I think, okay, because there's a lot that people have told me and I've forgotten over the course of, like, playing it.
ちょっと前に言ったばっかりでしょ。
Somebody probably mentioned that to me, but I completely forgot. Like, I don't remember that at all, basically.
地下水路ね。
But yeah, the games, the ending parts of the games spoiling stuff that happens in the beginning.
街道の
Yeah.
裏手にあったはずだよ。
So playing them out of order,
気になるの。
well, at least not playing them out of order, but starting with Cold Steel 1 to kind of preserve the fact that Osborn actually does get got. Well, I don't know about Osborn didn't do much wrong.
気になるなら地下水路の入り口。
Alright, so now you just gotta hit up the sewers. Oh, that's wrong. It's, there we go. So to get... God dang, dude. And that's another thing. There's no auto battle in this. So that's the only thing that kind of sucks. Oh, yeah, but these things, we're way stronger than they are now. So we can just mash O until we get what we want.
行くよ。
Yeah, personally knowing Reen Schwarzer gets you a lot of special treatment in that case, I think, Graffiti.
この調子で行くわよ。
I can't say I agree, but I feel like I know if I were living in Erebonia, well, no, I feel like if the dice rolled and I ended up in Zemiria, I feel like I'd be across Bellin. So I would completely be on board with annihilating Osborn. So I'd be more like I can definitely say I agree and I do understand. But then once it comes out, like, what the ultimate plan was, because I doubt Reen would let it stay secret what exactly was going on.
僕の番だね。
And he had all the cheat codes too. Like,
駆動。
it's easy to maneuver when you've got the entirety of the black records at your disposal, except for, like, the very last entry.
よーし、上出来。
You hold it against his classmates who don't hold it against him? No, don't. Oh, crap. Okay, so we have... Yeah, that was not supposed to happen. Oh. Like going full Lelouch?
僕の番だね。
Erebonia Bonsai. Erebonia #1. Yeah, never a dull moment.
行くよ。
Always living in a state of heightened fear. These things are so friggin' lucky we can't counterattack them. Right. Crossbow was supposed to be it was supposed to take them what, 2 years to get their independence back, right? And then everybody had those updated looks. There we go. So my whole thing with that graffiti is, like, pre-CS2 or pre-CS3 maybe, or pre-Osborn's Resurrection maybe, but like, if you shoot Osborn and kill him, but then he gets back up and he's walking around like nothing happened, then I feel like we would just be like, it's a wash. Like, you tried to kill him, you actually didn't. Even though probably attempted assassination should carry a pretty hefty fine with it. But I feel like even if Osborn were still alive, he'd be like, you know what, Crow? I'm not mad at you, dude. It's all good. I'd have probably tried to assassinate me too. Go ahead and graduate.
なるほど。排水口から見えた光はどうもこれだったみたいね。
そうみたいだね。クォーツのかけらか。道理でよく光るはずだよ。
本当に綺麗な光ね。これもセプチウムでできてるのよね。
すごく大雑把に言えばそういうことになるけど、ま、そのあたりの説明はあとこんな場所で立ち話なんてあんまり気が進まないから。
おっと、そうね。確かに長居する場所じゃないわね。
Well, god dang, this thing is out for friggin' blood. There we go. You wanted to play, let's play, because we also cannot walk past this thing without aggroing it. So we don't really have the capability of, like, not going after it. We've got to get in there and stack some kills. Right, dude? And especially after all that stuff he put us through, that interest definitely adds up. You know what, Rayson? You speak the truth, sir. Dieter Krois is a hero. He's a savior. There were some missteps along the way, but we're not going to talk about those. Like, it was all going so well, and then they just had to do it. Uh-oh. Dieter's who the people were asking for. He's the hero they needed, even if those ingrates didn't know it. And I mean, Tangram Gate and Belgard Gate, we're right there, dude. Take a nice little bus trip. Go to whoever you've aligned with, whoever you've thrown your loyalty in, whoever you betrayed your Azure blood to, and you'll be good to go. But I feel like Azure definitely, like, I would hands down pick Azure as my favorite game. If only because the plot is really interesting out of all of them. Like the twists and turns and how it ends aside from Maribel. Because at that point in the series, Maribel's motivations are completely nonsensical. Dieter did try to take over the world, but you have to wait. No, Dieter was probably eventually going to try to take over the world, but we can't prosecute such a visionary for future crimes. He did also rig the election in his favor, but you can't prosecute a visionary for cracking a few eggs to make an omelet. Yeah, maybe if I feel like you feel the way about Osborn that I do about Dieter. Maybe. He funded a deranged cult. Okay. You can't fault such a visionary. Okay, well, it doesn't really work in that case because the DG cult was on something else, so we'll just ignore that part. Yeah, I feel like I've definitely fallen behind a bit because there are Like, there are definitely people who are like keeping up with all the spoilers for what happened. Well, Reverie is out, and isn't it like a, because I know people were mentioning like a spreadsheet or something, that if you were really hyped for Reverie, you could play along with a spreadsheet. And I'm not gonna lie, if I didn't have my channel, that's probably, well, actually, if I didn't have my channel, I would not be a fan of this series. I would never have tried to, well, no, because the Trail series has been getting a lot of hype in Steam, so I might have revisited it starting with Cold Steel, so I would probably be a fan, but I would probably only have recently become a fan, and not as big enough, and not big enough of a fan to play through Reverie with a spreadsheet. Yeah, translation spreadsheet program, that's a little too much for me. Osborne, well, Osborne, he was right in the end. He also had the cheat codes. Yeah. But I'm not like, I think one of the oddest things to praise a game for is being dark. But what I instead like about like the Zero and Azure games is that it not explores themes, but it has themes in it that don't really usually show up in video games. And that it didn't feel like, when we found out what the Lodge was doing, it was like, wow, this is really a thing that's happening in this world. Right, like Kia was basically a friggin' god, and apparently she just gave all that up. But I think my most controversial opinion is I don't really care about Kia. Like, she's there, but I know a lot of people had like the response like they got that kawaii overload and they would like die for her and stuff, but I was super whatever on Kia. And I think I said as much in the thing. Like, she's there, and she's cute, I guess, but I didn't really care about her. But her powers were cool. Well, I could say I didn't really care about her role in the story as far as her relation to the other characters, giving them someone to gush over. All right, mushroom hunt. Okay, I probably should have, because I probably shouldn't have let in with my hot take on Kia before doing this. But this is the very first request I ever failed in this series. And to this day, I do not know where that mushroom is supposed to be. Yeah, Kia's like the precious, she's like everybody's precious daughter. And like, she's drawn very adorably. But yeah, but that's my hot take. My hottest crossbell take. Yeah, Ren. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. When you sit down and think about it, like Ren, and I brought this up, and it was also a hot take when I brought it up, but like, when the third began, I was not ready to just welcome Ren into our ranks, because I was like, she's a mass murderer. She has killed a whole bunch of people, and we're just kind of ignoring that fact. Estelle definitely did not care about all those people that she had killed. But like, she didn't really have a really messed up backstory, and we don't know the names of the people she killed, so it's A-okay, I guess. But I do like Ren now, but I just can't, like, her, Sharon's definitely killed people, Joshua has killed people. There's an acceptable threshold of murder that you can perform and still be a beloved member of the party. Yeah, Joshua has definitely taken life. The mushrooms north of town? Yeah, I was running all over Creation Dude trying to find those friggin' mushrooms. We'll get them this time, though, because we have the power of the Bracer Notebook. Right? Louve, he was gonna get a nice big warm welcome. So like, as long as you don't kill any named characters, well, actually no, you can definitely still kill beloved named characters and be good to go. There's very little that will hold against you in these games.
この辺りでセプチウムといえばマルガ山道の辺りか。他に何かキノコの特徴はわかりませんか?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine having Trails from Zero as your first game in the series, because in my opinion, the weakest part of Trails from Zero is that Estelle and Joshua feature so heavily in it. And of course, that's the entire point, basically. Like, that is literally a major plot point. But like, if you've never played the first 3 games, then you have no connection to them, but they're extremely important and nobody shuts up about them. And that's also what I've, like, in Cold Steel, everybody kept talking about Crossbell, dude, and I was so confused as to why.
要するにマルガ山道の草むらで光るキノコを見つければいいんでしょ? まあそういうことだね。
They called him Luve? So how's it? I was calling him Lua. Or Luva. So how's as our resident German graffiti, how's it supposed to be pronounced? Or no, I was calling him Loa, like Loamon from Digimon. That's what I was basing it off of, but I doubt that's correct. Yeah, they talk about Crossbell constantly in Cold Steel. All right. So let's consult that bracer notebook. All right. We need the area with the white bracelet. All right. Thank you, bracer notebook. But it is the Malga Trail. We should probably buy some more stuff. Nah, we'll be fine. And we will be on the right path once I turn around. I should get myself a new, I should treat myself to a new PS3 controller, because, we've definitely got quite a few hours. But it's in an area with a treasure chest. And the treasure chest that's on the way to the Malga mine, maybe? Alright, so first, is it here? No, we have nothing. We have nothing right there, so we should be good. Yeah. The end of Azure is definitely kind of well, it gives you a lot of information to go off of. And I understand they did it to like maybe build up hype for Cold Steel 1. Uh-oh. No. So, yeah, and oh man. But we will defeat it this time. God dang it. Somebody should, oh, man. Let's item. And then we'll have Estelle, Morale. Wait, hold on, because I have to know who's... It's that one. Okay, because first we're going to have Estelle, Morale, and then we're going to have Joshua, Kill. Let's go ahead and get you out of here. It's difficult to describe. Okay. Difficult to describe how it'd really be pronounced. Okay, I can get that. Because, like, if you tried to do it phonetically, maybe it would sound a little different. Let's go ahead and double strike you. Peak storytelling, eh? But I feel like there's definitely a lot of mispronounced German. Oh, nice. Okay. I hit O to confirm, and then I hit O again to, like, cancel. In my mind, that made sense, but... Let's heal Joshua with a nice... Oh, right, we leveled up and healed for free. Hold on. We want it to be over there. Nope. There it is. So, this was it. I never got this.
急に大声出して。
見つけちゃった収穫。
あ、そのキノコ。
ね、そう思うでしょ。生えてた場所もそうだけど、ぼんやり薄緑色に光ってるもんね。
See, Estelle knows her wildlife, dude. All that time out catching beetles and stuff. But yes, after 5 long years, we finally got it.
ちっとも美味しそうじゃないけど、綺麗なキノコよね。まるでセプチウムの輝きみたい。
セプチウム。
どうしたの、ヨシア。
考えすぎかもしれないけど。
Oh, are we about to get jumped? Okay. All right. That's fine. We're ready to take these things down.
やっぱりそうか。
まさかこのキノコ。
So, we'll be able to go ahead and get our hands on some free Sepith. Oh, Lenhart is an actual name and not just something they made up? That's pretty cool. And then we can double tap. Nice! Crap. And Estella's gonna get to act again immediately. I understand why they took the double action away, because it is kind of busted. There's a lot that she can do with that. Another Aqua Bleed. And then Joshua should be able to run up and annihilate. Though we wanted that zero craft. Okay, that kind of sucks. But as long as we don't miss, there we go. Alright. So, we won.
もう大丈夫。
セプチウムの原石が放つ光には魔獣を引きつける力があるけど。
Alright, so Orvid definitely put our friggin' lives in danger.
効果があるみたいだね。
あのタヌキ親父。そんなこと一言も言ってなかったじゃん。
Right? Orvid and Freddy right now, he's probably out there collecting his own fungus or poop or something. Whew. And this is before the beautiful times when we can fast travel with the square button. We're at the mercy of just walking around, hoofing it. Crap, dude! Okay, we need a haze quartz like friggin' yesterday. And let's get that attack in. I honestly couldn't tell you what my favorite final boss theme would be. None of them have any lyrics. And that's what I tend to remember or attach myself to. My least favorite one would probably be the one that plays for the friggin' Reverie, though. I can tell you that much. Real bracers do definitely walk. That's true. That's why I can never be a friggin' bracer. But no, I couldn't even think of how any of the final boss themes sound. I don't have a favorite one. I like the Byway of Departure quite a bit, though. Like, because I can the melody for it, it's really soothing to me. Oh crap, Relent is the other friggin' way. Past this bloodthirsty friggin' beetle. Just don't pay attention to us. No! But I'm gonna try to find that shining palm again, but I think we're gonna turn this into Orvide, and then I've been at it for a little over 2 hours. I feel like that's a good point. God dang, dude. So the Malga trail is not a joke. Nope. And unlike last time where we never interacted, well, he does show back up later on. And we don't really draw attention to the fact that we didn't do his first request for him, but let's go ahead and have Estelle give him a piece of her mind. Once we go to the right place, Order was at the thing. Dreamy and boisterous Holy Land. Is Dreamy the one for Phantasma? He says, taking a wild stab at it. Right. Relent Mayor's Residence, Elise Highway, Landing Port. There we go. It'd be nice if you could remap the buttons, but... Third's final boss. Okay, yeah, because Dreamy evokes Phantasma to me. He's Lawrence Belgar right now. Yeah, putting us in friggin' danger. This friggin' guy. At least Freddy would have had the decency to go out there and risk himself. Joshua's like, you better not be up to anything nefarious. Reverie's final boss theme. Okay, something else to look forward to. But dang, I probably won't hear Reverie's final boss theme for 2 or 3 years. Yeah. Dang, Orvide, that's not cool. I wonder, Liberl is much bigger than Crossbell, but there's only like one city in Liberl that has a reputation for being super advanced, whereas the entire city of Crossbell is pretty flashy. I wonder if Liberl has that reputation as being full of country bumpkins all over Zemuria. Oh, okay, so he's from Erebonia? This freaking guy. Yeah, go ahead and get out of here, dude. We just want the BP, nothing else. We can buy those firefly funguses, though. We can use them in our own cooking. Don't be so sure, Estelle. We will soon learn the power of it ourselves. All right, so we got that. So now we can head back to Ina and turn these 2 requests in, but we have a bunch of them, a whole slew of requests. All right, Ina, give us the goods.
この調子で次の依頼も
これで依頼達成ね。やったランクアップよ。
Eagle Vision.
お
Cool.
疲れ様。何か依頼
All right, but I'm going to go ahead, save, and we're going to end the stream here, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I might stream later on today because I do still intend on trying to demo out of Monstrum Nox, but for right now, I'm probably going to get myself something to eat. You guys, take it easy.